Welcome. Today we are not talking about productivity hacks. We are talking about architectural transformation. This is the N8n blueprint. Everything you see behind me is real. Real nodes, real workflows, real enterprise architecture. By the end of this session, you will know exactly how to build this. Let's start from the beginning. Here is the problem. A single customer form takes about 10 minutes of human effort. Copy the data, write the welcome email, update the CRM. 10 minutes per customer, 50 customers a week. That is a full workday lost to data entry every single week. Look at the left side of this slide. 4 steps, 10 minutes every time. Now look at the right side. 1 step. n8n handles everything under 1 second every time. Same result. 0 human time after setup. This is what we mean when we say time is scaled, not spent. Before you build, you need to choose the right tool. n8n wins when you need full data control, enterprise compliance, or when per task pricing would get expensive as you scale. Zapier is the easiest to start, but the cost model does not hold at scale. Make is strong for complex visual logic at a reasonable price. Power Automate is the right call if your entire world lives inside Microsoft 365. The bottom section of this slide is the most important decision you will make today. n8n Cloud means zero setup. Sign up at app.n8n.cloud and start building immediately. Self-hosted means you install n8n on your own server. Your data never leaves your environment. Self-hosting is required for enterprise, HIPAA, legal, and any compliance-sensitive industry. Choose before you build. This decision changes your security architecture. Before we touch n8n, we need the vocabulary. 5 terms. These are the only 5 you need. A workflow is the entire recipe. Everything n8n will do from start to finish. A trigger is the green node, the on switch, the event that tells n8n to start. A node is a single step, one job, one action. A connection is the arrow between nodes. It carries data from one step to the next. A credential is your encrypted login, your API key, saved once, used automatically. Look at the diagram on screen. Webhook is the trigger. Google Sheets is the action node. The arrow between them is the connection. The lock icon on Sheets is the credential. That is a complete automation. Once you understand these 5 things, every workflow you ever encounter will make immediate sense. Now let's categorize every node you will use. 5 types. Triggers are your on switches. Webhook, schedule, form. Actions talk to external apps. Gmail, HubSpot, Slack. Logic handles routing. If, switch, filter, merge. Data transforms what is inside the payload. Set, code, HTTP request. AI provides autonomous reasoning. AI agent, OpenAI, memory. Look at the workflow running along the bottom of this slide. A schedule trigger runs at a set time. An HTTP request fetches data from an API. An if node filters that data. GPT-4o analyzes it. Gmail sends the result. 5 nodes, 0 code, real business value, every single day. Before you open n8n, write this sentence. When something happens, then do this and do this. If you cannot write that sentence, your automation is not clear enough yet. Do not start building until you can. The diagram on the right shows field mapping. When your form submits, the data arrives as JSON. It has a name field and an email field. You tell n8n, take the name field, put it in column A of Google Sheets. Take the email field, put it in column B. That is field mapping. That is how data moves from where it comes from to where it needs to go. Master this and you can connect anything to anything. Here is a real workflow introduction. A prospect fills out your contact form. Within seconds, 3 things happen automatically. HubSpot creates a contact record. Gmail sends a personalized welcome email. Slack notifies your sales team. The entire chain fires within seconds, every single time, without you touching anything. One workflow, 3 outcomes, 0 manual work. That is the standard for modern business. As your workflows grow, logic becomes the critical skill. Look at the left side of this slide. The if node is a fork in the road. 1 question, 2 paths. Is this ticket urgent? If yes, Slack alerts the on-call team immediately. If no, Notion adds it to the standard queue. Now look at the right side. The switch node is your roundabout. Instead of 2 paths, you get as many as you need. Sales tickets go to sales. Technical tickets go to engineering. Billing goes to finance. At the bottom of this slide, the merge node and the wait node. The merge node combines 2 separate data streams back into one. The wait node pauses the workflow completely until a human approves. Speed of automation, judgment of a human, applied exactly where it matters. This slide changes how most people think about AI. AI in n8n is not a chatbot. It is a node. It sits inside your data flow like any other node. It receives structured input. It reasons about it. It returns structured output. Look at the center of this slide. The AI agent node is the core reasoning engine. Connected to it, OpenAI for direct GPT-4o calls. Memory for maintaining conversation history across workflow runs. Tool call for forcing the AI to return structured JSON. When your AI agent returns a JSON object with a category field and a draft response field, your switch node can read the category directly and your Gmail node can send the draft directly. That is the difference between a chatbot and an autonomous reasoning engine embedded in your business logic. This is the master build. 300 support tickets per day, AI categorization, human approval on high-stakes tickets, full audit logging. Every node on screen is explained on the security table below. Step 1. The Zendesk webhook. Header authentication is required. The URL alone is not the security. Step 2. HMAC verification. A code node mathematically proves the request came from Zendesk and was not tampered with in transit. Step 3. Sanitization. An if node checks for expression injection patterns before any data reaches the AI. This directly addresses CVE-2026-27493. Step 4. GPT-4o Triage. The AI reads the ticket, categorizes it, drafts a response. The API key is not stored in n8n. It is fetched from HashiCorp Vault at runtime only. Step 5. The switch node routes the ticket based on the AI category output. Step 6. The wait node. For high-stakes tickets, the workflow pauses completely. A Slack message goes to the team lead. They review the AI draft. They click Approve. The workflow resumes only on confirmed human approval. Step 7. HubSpot CRM. Category, draft, approval decision, and timestamp are all logged. Full audit trail for GDPR, HIPAA, and SOC2. This is what enterprise automation looks like when it is built correctly. 4 blueprints you can build this week. Daily sales reports. A schedule trigger at 8 a.m. and 8:10 fetches yesterday's data, generates totals, emails a report to leadership. 0 human effort every morning. Automated accounting. Gmail watches for invoice emails, extracts the amount, routes high-value invoices for review, logs everything to your spreadsheet. Dev to Ops sync. Every new GitHub issue becomes a Notion task with full context and Slack gets a notification. No copy-pasting between tools. Bidirectional sync. Airtable and Google Sheets stay synchronized automatically. Pick one. Build it tonight. The complete guide with all 15 blueprints is linked in the description. Security is non-negotiable. 4 mistakes, 4 fixes. On screen right now. Mistake 1. Storing API keys in node text fields. They show up in every execution log. Every team member can see them. Fix. Always use n8n credentials. Settings, then credentials. Encrypted. Never visible in logs. Mistake 2. Exposing webhooks without authentication. Anyone who finds your URL can trigger your workflow with fake data. Fix. Header auth on every webhook. Require a secret key in the header. Mistake 3. Running on HTTP instead of HTTPS. Unencrypted. Anyone on your network can read everything. Fix. Nginx reverse proxy with Let's Encrypt SSL. No exceptions. Mistake 4. Universal admin access. One bad actor or one mistake affects every workflow. Fix. Role-based access control. Minimum access every time. And at the bottom of this slide, CVE-2026-27493. Expression injection. Always add an if node after every webhook to sanitize incoming data before it reaches anything else. Reliability means designing recovery before you need it. 2 layers, both required. Node level. Look at the n8n settings panel on the left. Retry on fail is set to 3 attempts with a 1-second delay. Set this on every node that calls an external API. Most failures are temporary. A retry will succeed without you doing anything. Instance level. Look at the right side of this slide. The error trigger node listens for any failure across your entire n8n instance. When any workflow breaks anywhere, this fires immediately. It captures the failed workflow, the failed node, and the error message. It sends all of that to Slack instantly. No silent failures, no mystery outages. Every problem is visible the moment it happens. Build this global error workflow before you build anything else. For those in regulated industries, n8n provides the technological proof you need. GDPR requires proof of who accessed personal data, when, and for what purpose. Your n8n execution logs and CRM audit trail provide this automatically. HIPAA requires a record of every access to protected health information. Self-hosting plus strict execution logging provides this. SOC2 requires evidence that access controls exist and are enforced. Your authentication chain, header auth, HMAC verification, and RBAC provides this evidence. ISO 27001 requires that information security controls are operating effectively at every layer. Your full security architecture from step 1 through step 7 provides this proof. Build the workflow correctly once. Compliance evidence becomes a byproduct, not an afterthought. 3 things. Build the baseline. Pick one task you do manually this week. One task. Automate it tonight. Building something real is worth more than reading 10 more tutorials. Start tonight. Fortify the instance. Add retry on fail to every external API node. Deploy your global error trigger workflow. Do this before you build anything else. Audit the perimeter. Run your existing automations against the security checklist from slide 12. Webhook authentication, input validation, credential management. Those 3 fixes protect everything you have already built. You now know n8n. Follow the AI stack for your daily AI drop. Plain English, real builds, every single day.